when you think of a person who is Hispanic, if you hear, yeah, it's that person Hispanic. If you hear that without seeing the person, and you live in the United States, I would wager there's a good chance the person that you would picture in your mind is someone who has DNA of someone who is a Native American, as far as, you know, the people who lived in America 10,000 years before Christopher Columbus discovered them, right? Right? So it's easy to, oh, they're Hispanic? Yeah, they've got that DNA. That's what is implied. But I do understand that you can be Hispanic and have none of that DNA at all. You could be from Spain but live in America and you'd be Hispanic. You could be from a different country. You could be from a country in South America, live in the United States, and if people saw you here, you'd be Hispanic. It's funny because Hispanic implies that you're from a place of culture where they speak Spanish and there's of Spanish origins. And the whole concept becomes the focus on Spanish, Spain. But in America, in the United States, I think most people who hear Hispanic, they're actually thinking of a genetic mix of what people tend to be in Mexico, South America, and that is the DNA, the Native American DNA, like Mayan and Aztec. Okay? So one of the things that makes this video channel interesting to people who are not in the United States, I think that sort of confuses them when they hear something like that. Because you think Hispanic, Spain, related to Spain, speak Spanish. The emphasis is on Spain. Not if you're an American. If you live in the United States, sure, you may think of someone who speaks Spanish, but you also may think of someone whose English is better than their Spanish, depending on which generation they are. But I think physically, when we think of someone who is Hispanic, we're definitely going to think of someone who has that DNA mixed with the native people who were here for 10,000 years before the Europeans got here. With that being said, in case you don't know, my maternal grandma was a first-generation Mexican American, and my DNA test shows 21.6% Native American, implying the Aztec or the Mayan or whatever exactly it was, that ancient DNA that was already here that had nothing to do with the rest of the world. So, and it's interesting too, because I've made several videos where I'm asking people, from across the world, what DNA do they see in me? And a lot of people see that. It's not simply that they see Spanish DNA, it's that they see that Native American DNA via modern day Mexico. Michoacan is where my Mexican side came from. And I guess southern Mexico there, I guess you could say, Michoacan. So it's interesting. I love pointing that out, how that term, Hispanic, implies different things based on which part of the world you're from. And it's funny because I even made a video asking people, assuming you don't know my name, what would my name be? And it's interesting because people will often say something like, I don't know, like Pedro Martinez or something like that, or Juan Rivera or something like that, because they see that mix in me, which I understand you can have those names if you were completely Spanish, but I think a lot of the people who watch my channel, they know that I am Native American descent as well. So tell me what you think about that. Do you agree with me that Hispanic, the term Hispanic, implies Native American DNA if you're in the United States? But if you're out of the United States, if you're not part of our culture here and the way we talk and think, that wouldn't necessarily be true that you have that Native American DNA. I'm telling that to everyone, but I'm also asking it. And the only way we can get confirmation is right here in the comment section. But that's up to you.